Alright, so today we're going to be starting a new series where basically it's going to be an NFL franchise. However, we're starting off with a complete fantasy draft, so I'm basically rebooting the entirety of the NFL, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've played NFL, like Madden, a lot, and so in this video I'm thinking we're going to do the fantasy draft. Probably we're only going to do like the first couple picks and then sim it, just so it's faster paced, or I may like just do the first couple picks and then edit out the rest so it's not really boring. And then probably do a few trades with what we get, and that'll probably be the episode. So probably no games, but it'll be a lot of trades and getting our preset final team before we start the actual season. So as the Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm pretty sure we'll have the first pick in the fantasy draft.
The Jaguars are now on the
25th pick. All right. So like I said, complete fantasy draft, so we can pick literally almost anyone. So looking at this right now, the way I play with a heavy defense and then come back with offense. So I'm thinking right now I'm eyeballing either Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year this year, or I take a quarterback. However, for a quarterback, I'm looking to take a young guy. So I'd take like a Tua, I'd take a Justin Herbert, and I'm pretty sure what's his name's already gone, Joe Burrow. So I think I'll just probably take a quarterback now, mainly because they're gonna go quick if we're already at Ryan Tannehill, Drew Brees, and that. However, I still want a slightly younger quarterback, so I think we're going to wait on quarterback. I think we're just going to go with Aaron Donald as the safe pick. And then receiver, I have my eye already on a receiver with Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs is going to be a beast. So with our first pick, we're going to pick young Defensive Player of the Year. Is going to be an absolute monster for us, Aaron Donald.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Pog. Very pog. So round 2. I really want to make sure I get this rookie receiver. He didn't really shape out this year. However, he is literally insane because he has this, like, one of the fastest speeds in the game, but since he has development trait and he's so young, he's going to progress very, very well. However, I'm thinking right now, with the amount of linebackers that are still here, I may as well take one before they're gone. Or, I think I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins is still here, which is insane. And if we take D-Hop, then we're like literally going to target him nonstop. So I think what we're going to do to play it safe, because I want to already draft rookie receivers, I think right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the linebackers here, and it's obviously going to be Khalil Mack. Out of these three, like Bobby Swagg is probably the best user out of the three, but I don't usually play on the defense, so it's probably down to these two. And just because he's an absolute monster, Khalil Mack with the higher overall is going to be a lot better. So 2 defensive picks back to back, relatively close in actual rank proximity. So hopefully with this next pick, we'll be able to get someone on offense that can carry the team fully. Okay, Von Miller is still here, so I need to actually think about this, because I could go ahead and take an insane receiver or get my quarterback, or I can take the top person on the board with Von Miller, and I'll have Von Miller on one side, Khalil Mack on the other. Or with Aaron Donald on the D-line, that could be monstrous. If I do this, I'm literally just going to have an insane defense, which I'm completely fine with. And I can just build up a rookie offense. I think I'm going to do this. So we got our two linebackers already done, right outside and left outside. And we already have our star D-tackle, or D-line. So as of right now, we don't really need to focus on defense anymore. We can now, I want to get a rookie quarterback. I want to target Henry Ruggs as like main target. O-linemen fall far. We need a quarterback though, and I think I waited too long getting all those defensive people that there's no one young enough that I can really start and like build up, and there's no one that is ideal, because Brady's here. However, he's extremely old, so if I had to pick anyone here, it'd probably either be Jameis Winston or Colin Kaepernick. However, I don't want to use Kaepernick because he's not actually really in the NFL. There is Jalen Hurts though, so I think I'm going to wait, and I'm going to get Jalen Hurts later. And I think I want to take, if he's still here, okay, I can wait on him. We're going to take our halfback now, because a halfback is very important. I want to get a solid halfback, and I want to come back and I also want to get a rookie halfback. So like a guy like an AJ Dillon, a Zach Moss, DeAndre Swift, Antonio Gibson, so there's still a lot of guys here as well. So I may just take whoever's the top on the board. Julio Jones as our first receiver, older guy, maybe. Actually, I think I'm going to stick... We're just going to literally build the strongest defense you've ever seen. I'm going to get Harrison Smith here. Because if we have a solid defense and we just build up a rookie offense, our offense may be lower overall, but since I'm using it and it'll be built up of a ton of rookies or young people, it's literally going to be like broken. It's going to be cracked. So I think I'm going to go to round 15, and then I'm probably going to cut it off there for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish the draft so I actually am guaranteed with a solid team. Right off the bat, you know what? I don't care anymore. We need to get a quarterback, okay? I think right now, if worst comes to worst, we'll get like Jameis Winston or someone like that, or Jalen Hurts. That'd be ideal. However, right now, I don't see why I don't just build. If I build like an all-star like defense, then not only will I have enough guys that I can trade away realistically to get better players on offense if I'm struggling, but I would also be able to just like do the most with defense, which would be awesome. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I missed out on what's his name, Henry Ruggs, which kind of sucks. However, I think if I go back-to-back receivers here, I'll be fine. So like Justin Jefferson is insane. So I would 100% take him. Rookie receiver at an 86 overall. I would take him, and I'd take AJ Brown. So I think I'm going to go back-to-back receivers here. Both young receivers, both have a lot of time ahead of them to progress. And if I can do that, then all I need basically just a quarterback that can throw to him, and I'll be fine. There's a ton of corners and safeties up here still, so I don't have to worry about that yet. Halfbacks, you still got people like Kareem Hunt and Chris Carson and Austin Eckler. Like, I don't need to worry about that. So I need to worry about receivers as a most here because I've waited too long and I'm missing out on some solid guys. Curtis Samuel could be really fun though, because Curtis Samuel, I can put him at running back with that kind of speed and like do some trick plays because I can line him up at running back or receiver. But I think our safest bet here would be either Tyler Lockett, Cole Beasley in the slot, or AJ Brown as another young gun. I think I'm going to go with AJ Brown, primarily because he's fast. He had a great season this year. Not that that transitions into the game, but I had him on fantasy, and I really liked him, and he's young. And so if I had two star receivers, both a rookie and one guy that's like only a year in player, I think that those two receivers are going to be insane. An insane duo. Considering they're like two of the top receivers this year, Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown, we're going to be set. And then there's still people like Kyle Fuller here that I could grab. Brady is still there if I really wanted to grab Tom Brady. That could honestly be an option. But I think the obvious thing here would be to take Kyle Fuller. Ooh, Kyle Fuller is younger than Chris Harris. However, Chris Harris has the higher div trait. So I think it's just going to be speed and acceleration because with the amount of fast guys that are in the NFL now, I need to get a guy that's fast. This guy, Fuller's younger, he had a better season, and he's going to progress faster. Plus, with the faster agility, I think we got to go with Kyle Fuller as our first corner. We're halfway through the picks for you guys as of right now, which is not going too bad. I think right now I either need... If Brady's still there, I may just tank and get Brady late. Halfbacks, though. I was hoping to get a rookie halfback, and I think James Robinson's a rookie. An 84 rookie halfback with the break tackle equal with like some top players. He had a great year, probably one of the most productive rookie halfbacks this year, even though like, you know, there's people ahead of him like Jonathan Taylor, etc. Cam Akers as well. Antonio Gibson, does he have hidden development? He does. Oh, that could be a really good fun play. Antonio Gibson. Plus it follows my last name, which is very pog. I think I'm gonna have to go with James Robinson mainly because I could get a veteran and then wait and tank for one of the lower end rookies, but just because he had the best season and he's a power back, which are rare, and he's so versatile, plus he's young with the hidden development, I think I'm having to take him here. Ooh,
the Jaguars are now on the clock.
Very good, very good. Alright, so if we don't have to worry about O-linemen, then... Ooh, tight end could be a shout. Like, Gronkowski is here, although he's old and broken. We could take Gronkowski. We could take someone like Zach Ertz, although he had a massive fall off. Tyler Higbee, who showed promise last year. Njoku, Hayden Hurst, my man in Atlanta, could be cool. Gerald Everett's just younger, so he has more potential. I think when I'm going to go here, who's the top on the board? I think I'll go Chris Harris. If I can have Chris Harris on one side and Kyle Fuller on the other, paired up with Von Miller and Khalil Mack, our defense is literally going to be so cracked.
Now on the clock.
Like, we are having probably a fantasy defense. Like, if I was to fantasize the best defense I can possibly have, this would probably be it. And you know what? I'm going to keep building on it. So we can take a free safety. Like, Earl Thomas would be fun. He'd be really fun because he's fun. However, he's just old. So we could go with him, or we could take a strong safety, like a higher strong safety here, and convert them to free safety. So you got Kareem Jackson. Yeah, he's old. Jordan Poyer is old. Patrick Chung, I'm pretty sure, is old as well. Is there any... Keanu Neal, another younger guy in Atlanta. Home squad. Darnell Savage could be fun. I think I'm going to play it safe. I think I'm going to go with Logan Ryan here because he's younger, he's the highest on the board, and he has one of the better accelerations, which is important when you're paired up against some of the fast receivers here that you need to break down on, like Tyreek Hill. So I still need to get a quarterback, my goodness. So I'm going to take him here. Our defense, like I've said several times, is literally going to be like cracked. No one's getting past us, but I need to get a quarterback now. So I think when I'm going to go here, right, Drew Brees is just trash because he's like, well, age-wise, he's progressing the same time as Tom Brady. However, he's like 8 overalls worse. So there's no need for me to pick him or Ben or Fitzpatrick. So out of everyone here, I'm eyeballing Jalen Hurts because he's like one of the only rookie guys really left. And he hasn't really been given a ton of opportunity in the real NFL. And looking at what he did this year when he was given an opportunity, he did sick. He doesn't have div trait, however, he has my play style, being extremely fast as a quarterback, having decent throw power and throw on the run. So if we just run like a West Coast offense with a lot of outside movements and scrambling out of the pocket on purpose, I'm sure that we'll be able to adapt and he'll be fine. Surely. So I think I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts here as our quarterback.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
It wasn't too far of a reach, and he's going to be hopefully really good for us. So I'm going to do 3 more picks on camera, and then I'm going to transition and just do the rest of the draft on my own. So looking at the team right now, we have no O-lineman. Defense is really good. I could take another... There's still older tight ends here that I can take. Like, for example, the top tight ends are all old. Jared Cook, Ron Gronkowski, Kyle Rudolph. Zach Ertz is getting up there as well. Greg Olsen, probably the oldest here next to Jimmy Graham. Like, I could definitely wait on tight end and get like an older guy for like a year and be fine. Don't need a third receiver. I could take another halfback if there's any rookies. See, like, there's still vets here. Like, you got people like Raheem Mostert, who had a great year a few years ago. However, he didn't have the greatest year this year. See, this is the thing. You got people like Cordell Patterson, where he's a receiver. However, they have him listed as running back. So if I was to take him a halfback, especially with this superstar div trait, it's just like, you know, he's just cracked. But I think in the end, I'd rather take Alexander Madison. I'm running out of time. I'm going to have to take Alexander Madison. That was a really bad pick. I could have taken someone like Cordell Patterson, kind of like as a random thing there, or like Zach Moss just won, a nice rookie. But I panicked there and I took him. He's by far still not bad running back. Who was it again? I can't even remember. You know, Alexander Madison had a great year. He didn't get a lot of time as a rookie, but when he did get time this year, he performed really well with the Vikings. So we have 2 more picks left on the clock with you guys, and I'm going to do the rest off camera, some off camera mining as we call it. So there's still a ton of solid receivers here. There's still some tight ends. I think I want to get an old veteran receiver because we got 2 young ones right now. Or we can take Tyler Lockett, who's another young one. Young-ish compared to like people up here. So if I was to do that, I'd either take AB. I'm running out of time. I'm just going to take Tyler Lockett as the 3rd receiver.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Like, Robbie Anderson technically was above him, but with the same overall rating, with Tyler Lockett just being a lot faster, I'd much rather take him. So we have 2 picks left. I think I want either a D tackle or left end. Is there... Ooh, not a lot, I'll be honest. Ryan Kerrigan could be fun. He's just old. D tackles. Damian Harris Sr. I think has dropped to a star. He was a superstar at the start of the year, but obviously he did not perform. I may just take like the youngest one here. 31, 33, no div trait. Gerald McCoy is 32. Looking at this, I think I'm just going to take the top, being Brendan Williams. Because he's still 31, so he's still younger than some of the ones up here. And he is the highest overall, so we're going to take him as our D tackle.
The Jaguars are now on
And then with the last pick, while I have you guys here, I think I want to do something fun. You know what I mean? I want to do something a bit weird, a bit wonky. So we could get like a Devin Duvernay, Michael Pittman, a rookie receiver. However, we already have 3. So I think we take a tight end here. Would be probably the best move. 2 linebackers, 2 corners, 2 safeties, a right end. We need a D tackle and a left end, as well as another linebacker on defense to have like a full starting squad. And then offense, O-line doesn't matter, but we need an O-line, a tight end, and that's really it. Maybe another receiver, but that's kind of not needed for starters. So, Logan Thomas, I think, is a rookie. No, he's not. He just had a good year this year out of nowhere. Do we have any rookies out here? I think I saw Dustin Schultz. Oh, I don't have time. Dustin Schultz, nope. I'm running out of time. It's gonna auto pick. No!
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Okay, technically, we're gonna pause the draft here. Okay, so this was a bit weird because I panicked, couldn't get a tight end in time. So we're hoping that they didn't take an O-lineman, they took a tight end, or they took a receiver with the auto pick. So we go here, we go drafted, and we see what they picked. So we'll go scrolling through. It seemed like they picked... I'm happy with that. I literally said I wanted a tight end, and they got an older tight end, Rob Gronkowski. I'm completely fine with that. That is actually really pog. That's actually sick. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, so I'm going to go through with the rest of the draft, build up a team, and then we'll go through and we'll do some free agency, maybe, if we have time, do some trades, and yeah, should be fun. Alright, and we're back. So, I'll be 100% honest with you guys, I only did a few more picks after I turned off the recording, and I was going to go through and do a whole draft. However, you know, I wanted to actually go through and start making some more moves. So, and to be honest, I just didn't really want to do the rest of the draft. So I went ahead and I skipped ahead. So I'll be honest, I only did 20 picks out of the 54. So, I'm hoping to see some good team members here. I know our O-line's going to be trash right off the bat. Oh my god. Okay. That sucks. Right off the bat, the first thing I saw was Rob Gronkowski at left guard. That is not okay. Look at the O-line. We got tight ends all through it. Oh my god. Okay, so ignoring the O-line, where literally one of the top O-linemen is Rob Gronkowski, a tight end. Let's look at the other, pluses and minuses. So, running backs were solid. We got Alexander Madison, James Robinson, Tevin Coleman, and DeAndre Washington. Fine. Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Great. Young guy, rookie, gonna do well this year. Justin Jefferson one side, Tyler Lockett the other is insane. AJ Brown as well. I'm probably gonna trade away one of these two. I'm gonna definitely keep Justin Jefferson because he has almost superstar development. But I will be trading away one of these two. Probably Tyler Lockett because he'll be easier to get more out of. So I would like to get him shipped off and get like a younger wide receiver or just like get something else out of it, like maybe some O-lineman. But the primary part when I play Madden, because I use the offense, I don't necessarily need a great offense. However, I don't usually use the defense. So I'm excited to see what the defense looks like because it should be our strong suit. So let's check it out. Defense, looking pretty sick. We have 3 bronze total, where we're going to move Jason Pierre-Paul over, who, yes, he's a bronze, however, he's 85 overall. So we're actually going to do that right away.
This is the player card.
Like right
Here you
now.
can see your player's strengths. And
We're going to edit him from outside linebacker to inside middle linebacker. So that means our linebacker core is actually really insane. So Jason Pierre-Paul, Von Miller, and Khalil Mack at linebackers is actually going to like carry the team as a full head of force. Harrison Smith as one safety and Logan Ryan as the other. Kyle Fuller and Chris Harris at corners. Brandon Williams is alright, but it doesn't matter because we've got Aaron Donald on the D-line, so he's just literally going to carry everything and everyone. This defense is, I'm happy with this defense. This defense is sick. The only thing I would have liked to is like maybe include some more youth on like right end to go along with Aaron Donald, but I'm happy with that. So defense is fine. Offense, we need to make some improvements like now. So I'm going to trade away Tyler Lockett probably right now. I'm going to go to free agency and pick up some O-linemen, and then I don't really care. We don't have a kicker or a punter either. Simulating drafts suck. Holy, why did I do that? Okay, so I'm going to spend some time right now really quick. I'm going to go through free agency, see where like I can improve or where I can pick guys up, and I'll get back to you guys when I start to do some trades. Alright, so very quickly I just went through free agency and I was able to make some important moves. I'm losing my voice. Moves. So I now have a complete O-line that's actually an O-line, which is very good. I don't know where Rob Gronkowski went. Hopefully that'll be sorted out later, but we have an O-line now, and I signed a star development fullback, so we're not maining Tevin Coleman there, where we could have him as our receiver or running back 2. So that's sorted out, and with an actual O-line there, now we're going to do some trades. So, like I said, before we start trades, when I was talking about O-line before and saying it's not that important, O-line's not really that important in this game. I can have an 80 overall and they'll be the same as a 70. However, when you have a 40 overall Rob Gronkowski, you kind of need to fix that because it will definitely affect your game. So, going through free agency here, what we need, or what I would like, is I would like an edge rusher, like Joey Bosa, words. I would like to get rid of Tyler Lockett. That is our main thing because we're giving him a lot of money and we don't need him. I say a lot of money, he's our cheapest receiver, but it is his contract year, so he's gonna want a lot of money. So going through quickly, yeah, a lot of teams want him, or a lot of the early teams up here want him. So starting off with the Bears, what can we get from the Bears? So we got Joey Bosa that we can get from him. The way you want to do is you always want to shoot high, and then obviously it's not going to work. However, you can judge from there what you can really get out of these guys. And then draft picks, just to judge Joey Bosa in a second for Tyler Lockett. There's no way it works, you know. But I don't think they're going to do 1-for-1 either. No way with that. Okay, Buffalo Bills. Remember, this was a complete redraft, so I would be completely fine with getting a cheap yet sick O-lineman like DeCastro with a superstar development, even though he's old. I would be completely fine with getting him, and potentially, I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze a second, but maybe because DeCastro is old. Oh, so we're not going to be able to get a second. However, we're definitely going to be able to get a third, but we may be able to steal a potential halfback or something off him instead. Oh, they got Mecole Hardman and John Ross. They got like two of the fastest receivers in the game with Mecole Hardman and John Ross. So maybe we can get John Ross as a fast guy, although we don't need him. We already have them, like our receivers in that set. So maybe we just go, I think our best bet's the third, because if we are hoping to go through and like actually do the draft based upon what like who is going this year, it'll be in our best interest to stock up on picks now, especially when our offensive line is struggling. So I'm assuming this will go through. David DeCastro for a receiver that I don't really want, that's on his contract year, and a third round pick. Great. So we were able to do that quite easily, which I'm very happy about. So now that we have a star O-lineman, we shouldn't need to worry about that anymore. So now instead, I think I want to trade away one of my halfbacks because I have Alexander Madison here, who I'd much rather use over Tevin Coleman because he has younger and he's going to need more experience to get a lot better. Tevin Coleman's older, he's taken a lot more beating, so if literally any team's interested in him, I would take like a 7th out of him. But no one is interested. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade away Alexander Madison because Tevin Coleman's still good enough as a running back 2 that I'm happy to trade away Alexander Madison for potential picks or something. So, looking at this, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Max Crosby, never mind. Max Crosby, I would definitely take 1-for-1. There's no way they would do it though. Oh my god, so we just got one of the youngest edge rushers in the league. That's like insane, progressing well for a halfback 3. Or running back 3, my bad. But still, that is insane. We already have 2 first-round picks coming up in the next draft. 2 thirds, 2 fourths. So I want to build up on picks, that would be preferable. So I think I'm going to do one more move for the rest of the video to end off and cap the video. And I'm going to make a massive push for a quarterback. So if I want a quarterback, I'm going to need to offer up something big. So I'm thinking, because I already have Jordan Reed and Rob, I think I can get Rob Gronkowski out. Even though he's older, or I was hoping to, but I don't think I can. Maybe Jordan Reed. And I want to get a quarterback. Because Jalen Hurts really isn't that bad. However, I would much rather get someone obviously a lot better. So looking through, there isn't a lot I have depth-wise that I can trade away. It would have to be like a starter, which I'm not really keen on doing. That's a rookie middle linebacker, which could be sick. I would be willing to trade Chris Harris with his superstar development in his prime right now before he goes on downfall to get Douglas in. So I'd be willing to trade him, and I would like a quarterback. You're kidding me? No one wants him either? Brother. Fine, Kyle Fuller. I'll trade Kyle Fuller away. One of the best corners in the league. So if I am doing this, I am hoping that I actually get a quarterback of some sort. So let's just scroll through and see what teams are interested and see if they'd be willing to get rid of their quarterback. A large amount of the teams that are interested though don't have a quarterback. Like I'm not trading Kyle Fuller for Jameis Winston. These guys need a quarterback as well. Tyrod, oof. Maybe I should just stick with what I got. See, these guys got Deshaun Watson. I would happily do Deshaun Watson for Kyle Fuller because Deshaun Watson still matches my playstyle. We have the cap room for it. However, again, I'm going to shoot high just in case because corners do go pretty high now with the new update. So I'll this isn't going to work, but Deshaun Watson in a third. No way. Nowhere close. Okay, so we're not getting Deshaun Watson. I thought for a second there we may be able to. There's no way they're going to give this to Lamar. No. Okay. I'm going to go through and see if I can make anything work right now to get a quarterback, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Alright, to finish off the video, I said I wanted to do something a bit risky, and I want to get a quarterback, and so here on the screen is the trade. So, I could have got Matthew Stafford and a third for Kyle Fuller. However, I'd much rather have more depth with this kind of draft coming up with the amount of late rounders I can get. So I'd much rather have a fourth and a sixth in Matthew Stafford than a third in Matthew Stafford. So I'm sacrificing a higher pick to get more picks, if that makes sense. But in the end, I'm relatively happy with this. I'm getting a better quarterback that can develop above Jalen Hurts, giving Jalen Hurts time to develop before I can start him. I can still potentially trade him later on in the season, Matthew Stafford, if Jalen Hurts is actually performing well and developing well. And I'm getting rid of Kyle Fuller to get a rookie involved to go along with Chris Harris, so it's not like my corners are really going to be damaged. So in the end, I lost a corner that I'm not really going to be needing. I got an old quarterback that is gonna definitely do us for the season and for future seasons. That'll be good to help Jalen Hurts develop with his development trait. And I got 2 more picks in the upcoming draft where there's a good amount of late round jewels. So overall, again, it is a bit of a risky trade. Some people may disagree with it. I personally think that it's iffy, definitely. But if this was a real trade, there's no way this would happen. However, since it's Madden, I don't think it's actually that bad to get a quarterback like Matthew Stafford with the strong arm. So I am decently happy with that. So to end off the video, we're going to do a full recap quickly of the team to see the movements I did with everything. So quarterback, we got Matthew Stafford and Jalen Hurts. Perfect. Just really quick to check, Matthew Stafford has a really good arm and his speed and acceleration is pretty bad. But still, he has a solid arm. He'll be a great pocket passer to get the ball to these quick receivers we have. We got rid of Tyler Lockett and we were able to get David DeCastro and a second-round pick, which I'm completely fine with because now we got DeCastro to carry the O-line to go along with, this dude should get involved. We have DiCaprio to carry the O-line, and we got rid of a high-paying receiver with his contract due, and we were able to get a pick. 2 young receivers at both sides with Golden Tate behind, which isn't that bad. May want to get some more receiver depth potentially. Halfbacks, we got Tevin Coleman, and we got James Robinson, which I'm completely fine with. Defense, our linebacker core is probably like literally the best it can be, with Khalil Mack and Von Miller, and then a veteran with Pierre-Paul in the middle. Strong safety with Harrison Smith, and free safety Logan Thomas. Our secondary is going to be insane. Chris Harris on one side is really good. Another glitch, I don't know where the young corner is, but we'll definitely have that fixed for the next episode, hopefully. We got Max Crosby, who we're going to put ahead of this guy because this guy's old, so we're going to do that right now. We're going to list him as right end to get him involved, because with him being this young and this high at an overall rating for his age, he's literally alongside Aaron Donald. He's going to be really good. So Max Crosby on one side, Aaron Donald on the other. Definitely both going to be pressuring the quarterback and bringing the heat that is needed. Brandon Williams isn't that bad, and I would prefer to get a different D tackle. So for next episode, I think we're going to play the first couple games. I'm going to probably change my scheme to see what fits off camera and like adjust playbooks based on like who we have, because I would normally, for example, run a Baltimore playbook where they have a lot more kind of trick option kind of plays, including a scrambling quarterback. I'd normally run that with a strong halfback core, but to be honest, I don't have a strong halfback core or a scrambling quarterback, so I'm going to need to try and find something that fits. But yeah, so I'm just going to do a little bit of stuff off camera just to get the team adjusted to the point where it like actually fits well, like a puzzle. And we're obviously going to skip preseason, but next episode we'll probably play week 1 and week 2 on the top of our screen against the Colts and the Titans. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I know this was probably a longer video, but I'm really, really pumped for this series because Madden's probably one of my favorite games. So I'm hoping that it will take off, and I'm hoping that it will be a lot of fun, not only for me to perform and record, but also for you guys to watch. So yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go make some changes right now, and we'll see what happens.